Hello, 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 and welcome to Drama Friday. Whoop, whoop, whoopity whoop. Guys, I've only started like that because I'm trying to wake myself up. Um, and I'm hoping we're not going to have any mistakes. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be a fine thing? Anyway, I've got a few things lined up for you. First of all, I'm going to say hi. I'm going to say hi to Capone. Hi, Capone. And hi to this young lady who more than likely will be joining me. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. So, yeah, you're very welcome, darling. As is anyone, actually. I don't mind if people want to come up and have a chin whack. I don't mind. Hi, the Amber chick. I hope you're well. Um, yeah, so I put the StreamYards doobie what's it up. All you've got to do is click on there and come up and have a bit of a chat with me. People don't always like to chat with me, and I've no idea why. Anyway, so I'm gonna get on with this because I've got a lot to cover. One of the first things I want to cover is things in the real world. You know, that world away from the computer. You know, that world that it seems that not many people in the girl world know is going on, because their world seems to be all about girl world. Yeah, that doesn't happen with me. Let's say hello to Edna. Hi, Edna.
Hello, Jen. Hello, Chat. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Actually, I'm half asleep. It's been a. Do you know what? This year has been a real struggle for me in the heat. And normally I don't mind it, I can sit out in it all the time. Although I must say, my garden's a bit of a heat trap, a sun trap. So I tend to sort
Oh,
of sit
okay.
out the front because there's more shade. But this year
Okay.
I'm struggling. How have you coped with the
Oh,
temperatures?
I do okay in the heat is when it's under 90 degrees. Is once it's over 90 is when it starts to get a little challenging for me. But other than that, I'm pretty good. I I like it's kind of humid here. I like it. So, no complaints.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
I've always said that I was born in the wrong country, and I still stand by that. Um,
Oh.
yeah, I really do. And yeah, hang on, I'm just trying to sort out my banners because they're not even up and out there yet, are they? Do you know?
Oh, not yet.
I should be more organised. We're blue today. Look, nice blue.
Here we
So
go.
anyway,
Woo! Drama Friday.
we're blue tonight. Anyway, so I think we're going to go over the real world. And listen, the real world is horrid. It really is.
Yeah.
So why can't we just spread a little sunshine and a little happiness to on our channels instead of
Agree.
everything is just so awful? And fights going on and this, that, and the other. Get over it. You know, let's try and cheer ourselves up in some way. So the first thing we're going to look at is this, which is my on my Twitter page. Okay, now this is the terrible story of. Hang on, let me see if I can open it a wee bit. Once again, I'm going to have to turn off my phone. Oh, it's my brother. What's he? Oh, hang on. Let me just see what. What's he? Oh, okay, that's all right. Right, I'm going to turn the sound off now. There we go. Um, this story and coining Yo Mama's words. If you've been living under a rock, you may not know what this is about. This is just such a catastrophe. Um, and Anyway, I want to stay on what I was going to say about it. Is the sound
Okay.
all right? Okay, because I can
Yeah,
hear.
it
Yeah,
sounds good to me. How is it for the chat,
that's good.
Amber?
Anyway, so this is the Titan. This is the Titan, which was a submarine, or
Submersible.
that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
now this submersible was used to transport people at a very expensive cost, 250,000 uh, dollars or pounds, I don't know, but even either way, it's absolutely huge. Um, and so for that amount of money, they could be crammed into this vessel, um, which was, I've discovered, made of oh God, it's gone out of my head. Oh, it was made of
Aluminum.
something. No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Oh,
aluminium.
okay.
It was made of
Oh, I
something
love the
they
way you
make
say it.
airplanes with as well. Oh my God. How can I not know? For God's sake, I'm rubbish. Rubbish at this.
No.
Hi Lal, how are you? Carbon.
Hello.
Carbon yeah, carbon it was made of. Now,
Okay.
okay. So I'm going to go over to the top ones because I think that's better. This is the guy, this is Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush, who died on the sub. Ignored safety warnings from deep sea exploration specialist. In an email, obtained by the BBC, he replied, "We have heard the baseless cries of 'you are going to kill someone' way too often. I take this as a serious personal insult." The reality is that this vehicle was not passed. It was not passed by the stringent tests that these
Right.
submarines are meant to have. Okay. So, you know, I don't want to be speechless because the whole point is that I talk about it. Um, Now, it had done the voyage twice before, three times before, and there are clips of people that had already done that trip on the same vessel. Carbon fiber it was made of, and there were other things about it that wouldn't have passed. And one of them was that there was a circular window at the front of the vehicle that people could see. You could get a really good view. So that's what he had designed, but it didn't pass the tests, okay? And there were lots of that, well, there were quite a few actually, people that said, top sort of engineers, questioned it and refused to go on it. So t I realise that we live in a world where somebody has to be accountable, right? Somebody has to take the blame. In this situation, yes, I would say, of course, he should be blamed for it. But then again,
Mhm.
what about the people that chose to go on there? Nobody put their arms behind their backs and forced them on there. Um, apart from,
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
oh,
Sorry.
no, that's all right. I was just going to say, it's come out, I've heard that apparently the young boy who was 19, guys, hadn't even reached 20, was cajoled, put it that way, into going by his
Mhm.
father. And yeah, that is, it's hard for me to sort of speak on it because it's very emotional and, very concerning. So anyway, what were you going to say, darling? You say your bit.
Jane, I get so excited. It's just it's really it's a tragedy, and I think what it is for me is kind of like the space exploration that Elon's kind of doing, where they're talking about putting a colony on Mars, and it sounds good, and I love the idea of it, but there's a there's a reason why we haven't done it yet, right? There's a lot of trial and error maybe that needs to be done, and what's the rush? It's better to do it safely than to just kind of cut corners and hope for the best, because that doesn't work with science. You can't. I think these last few years with the Trump presidency and just whatever has happened, the idea of facts have been so eroded that it's almost criminal, because people don't realize in science too with COVID, you can't just pray, you can't just give thoughts and prayers when it comes to scientific facts and whatever. Like if you look at the materials and what pressure is at certain depths and things like that, certain things works and certain things don't, and you can't just say, oh, if this person does, you can't just find somebody to approve it. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. You could
So,
then
and we see this.
argue, I mean, I'm going to act like devil's advocate here. You could argue that in order for great things to be developed and designed rather, um, there are going to be risks involved. Now, so you could say because this vessel had already done it twice or three times before, um, he could, as he seems to be sort of, this guy seems to sort of talk and say, he said, I have broken some rules to make this. The carbon fiber and titanium there is a rule that you don't do that. Well, I did. So it's that's a massive case of it's come back and bitten him on the backside with the loss of five
Mhm.
people, with the loss of five other people. But I think the point I'm trying to make is there are always going to be risks as far as when people are inventing new things. Um, but
I understand. Yeah.
yeah, go on. What are you saying?
Yeah, I understand that there's going to be risks, but I don't think human life should be one of those calculated risks. And I
No,
think all too often we do, we kind of have a thought that we're going to die anyway. So you can die doing this, you can die doing that. You might as well die doing something you love, or whatever people come up with. And it's like, no, we lose people to preventative deaths way too often. This being one of
absolutely,
them. Yeah.
absolutely. On the New York Times an hour ago says during a trip on the Titan in 2019, Carl Stanley heard a cracking sound that got louder over the 2 hours it took for the vessel to plunge over 20,000 feet. The next day, he emailed Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush, urging him to hold off on future trips. So, yeah, I mean, he was aware of it. He was aware,
Hmm.
I think, that there may have been structural um compromising um details on the vessel. He shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have gone down again. But then in his mind, he's probably like, oh well, I've done it three times before, so I'll do it again. And
And maybe this vessel can only take 3 trips, and you have to have a whole new
yes,
vessel, or you have to replace so many different, components of it. But he
yes,
didn't that's the thing he wasn't testing out. He just said the fact that he had live people go down there, I would say at least 5 times with it fully recorded, because I don't know, I've heard so many conflicting reports, but I
yeah,
heard that they lost, communication every single time.
yeah.
Well, I think that's something where, hey, let's stop doing, kind of like paid live trips until we get the communication together.
Yeah. But then again, you could argue, and I'm just playing devil's advocate. You could argue the same
Right.
thing with space travel. Um, how many times have the launches been not abandoned, aborted? And I know that there's that one rocket that went off and then just exploded. One didn't even get off the blooming launch. So, I mean, I'm not a scientist, and I don't really have an interest in science. So, but I know some people do, and I know that these people, these so-called experts, are willing to try new and innovative. Forgotten that I can't say the word today. Um, Ways of improving things. It's like in the aviation world, some planes are now made with carbon fiber. Does that mean that, well, you better stop doing that now because there's it's an accident waiting to happen? It's difficult. It's a hard one.
Well, because listen, Jan, that's what we might have to revisit because let's say we have so many different or like the statistic is we have so many accidents per year or whatever the case with these materials. And if we
Mhm.
change to a different material, we cut that down to a fraction of that cost
Yeah,
or
I
of that,
know.
loss of life or whatever have you. I don't wanna risk it and be the plane, and be on the plane that doesn't make it.
Exactly, exactly. Right, I'm
Not
coming
when
to
we have
the
a way. Yeah.
no, I was gonna say I'm gonna come to chat now. Um, they knew the sub had imploded this whole time and still lied and gave everyone false hope that they heard knocks and stuff like that. Makes me sick. I don't know if they really knew. They weren't 100% certain. I know that there were the American Navy sent down some sort of probes or something that picks up noises in the ocean, and I don't know if they pass that information over immediately or whether they were 100%. I don't think, to be fair, I don't think they would have carried on searching if they'd have known for sure that, they were gone.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, if I had that kind of money, I'd definitely do this. Really, would you? I've swum with sharks in a cage and without a cage. I love the ocean. It's my happy place. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. See, I'm not that brave.
Mhm.
If I had that kind of money, I wouldn't. I'm
Now,
not a
see,
risk
I know for
taker.
sure I wouldn't. I'm
Everyone's
sorry, Jan, I
different.
didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
fine. I'd finished.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say I know for sure I wouldn't. Being in a confined space like that, being bolted in, no, thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. And apparently, all they could do is like sit in this tiny space where there were no lights. The only light they had was like, electronic devices. But I think
Right.
it was very telling that um, they lost contact, Bluetooth contact with the guy with the PS4 hand control. I mean, it's just madness, really, when you think
Yeah,
about
when you
it.
think about the controller, and you also think about the fact that it's a game controller seems kind of primitive. Oh, and the Bluetooth technology. Where
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but I just think that's a big you're really putting your life in your hands. You're putting your life at risk doing things like that. And
yeah,
maybe we just don't realize how often we do that in general, doing different activities, but it just seemed like with that much money you wouldn't want to.
Well, I mean, some people are just born, risk takers and they love the thrill of it. I mean, I see things on TikTok and on Instagram and I think, oh my God, I'd never do that. But some people like it, like Amber Chick, she obviously enjoys it. So she
Yeah, he
says,
just
well,
had a
we all
case.
we all talk our kids into doing stuff they may not want to do. He had no way of knowing this would happen, or I doubt he would have wanted his son on board. I agree with you. I do agree with
Right.
you. They didn't walk on there like it was a blooming suicide mission. Those guys thought they were coming out of it. The fact that it
Mhm.
went so terribly wrong, um, yeah, it's like I said, people are always looking to blame people. There's got to be somebody to blame. What actually happened was the forces of the water, they hadn't even got down to 12,000 feet or 13,000 feet that they were aiming for. And within an hour and a half, the whole vessel had imploded. Now, thankfully, the people on board wouldn't have known anything about it. That's the only consolation, if you like, from this,
Right.
is that they wouldn't have known anything about it. If you imagine, a balloon, the way that goes pop, well, that's exactly what happened to them, but it went the opposite way. It imploded. The whole of the structure imploded. So that would have been, you know, in seconds. So, yeah, that's the only thing. But, it's the people alive that I feel most sorry for, I think, because these guys on there, they didn't know. They didn't know.
Mhm.
Um, but, it's the family and, the loved ones of those that have gone. And now, of course, there's stories coming out about, the father sort of, cajoling his son to go on there, and that the son had bad vibes about it and didn't wanna go. We don't know if that's true, you know? We don't
Mhm.
know if that's actually the case.
Well,
Um,
and I remember being in my late teens, not wanting to do much, and like like I hear you, an experience like this, without looking at the science and how he was told multiple times that it wasn't structurally sound, things like that. Like if you put that aside, you just think, oh, this is just a risky adventure. Maybe it's the no different than going skydiving or something, where it's been done before. You think it's gonna be fine, but it doesn't. But it ends in tragedy. But you can't. I don't necessarily think we should blame the father in that sense. But at the same time, I do blame the CEO because he should have known better.
yeah, and I do agree with you. At first, I didn't. At first, I thought, "Oh, no, it wasn't his fault, so to speak." I mean, it's more than just fault, I think. There should be another word instead of fault. Um, but yes, he is to blame for it. And also, when you see the interviews that he said, I think this may be foreign. Let's see if I can play this because let's see.
Says his submersible is one of the safest forms of transportation
Can
in
you
the
hear
world.
that?
You believe the
Yes,
Cyclops
I
2 is pretty
can.
much invulnerable.
By the time we're done testing it, I believe it's pretty much invulnerable.
And that's pretty much what they said about the Titanic.
That's right. And I will go on all the first dives, put my money where my mouth is.
Chip Reed, CBS News, New York. Says his submersible is one of the safest forms of transportation in the world.
You believe the Cyclops 2 is pretty much invulnerable.
By the time we're done testing it, I believe it's pretty much invulnerable.
And that's pretty much what they said about the Titanic.
That's right.
That's a good point, isn't it? I mean, does he appear to be cocky, or does he just appear to be confident? He must have been confident in it because otherwise he wouldn't have
Right.
been in there. Right, let's just see what other people are saying. Science will always involve risk. Exactly. That's how we learn, isn't it? They should have really listened to the engineers because that submersible was odd. I still can't believe they used a game controller for navigation. I know. Isn't it mad? It's mad. Yeah, he should have listened. That's the one thing I will say. He should have listened to to the engineers and also the people that had been on the previous ride, you know, because there were other people that had been down. And, you know, now they're talking about it. The Navy has said that they knew. They picked it up as soon as it happened, the implosion. Oh, God. Our government has done much worse. They absolutely will carry on knowing full well that the people were gone. Really? That's not good. Bad. Come on, guys, in the cage. You could totally do it. No. Nope. If we're
Could we
going
do
back,
it? Maybe. Will we do it? No.
nope. Facts, Edna, my Bluetooth cuts out when I go pee. I'm not trusting my life with that technology. No. See, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, you can't trust. You know, it's like with my Bluetooth. Hang on, hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, no, that's done. That's done. That's done. Right, let's see. Oh, it's nice that you're all chatting about this. Obviously, we're going to move on to online drama in just a minute, but I just thought it might be quite nice just to, you know, include real life drama as well. Rich and bored, I feel for the 19-year-old. He didn't want to go. Yeah. That's the human. That's the human side of it that is difficult to live with, I think, you know. Bless his heart, you know. Bless his heart. If it deals with sharks, I'm gonna do it. Oh, Amber Chick loves her sharks. Yeah, I think it was quick, Amber Chick, because it was an implosion. So, and also if it's true that the Navy heard the implosion, then it must have been some implosion. So, yeah. Yeah, like getting vacuum cleaned. Sorry, Edna?
I was just saying hi to little moose, just one small moose.
Yeah, I'm not saying hello, am I? How rude am I? Hi, small moose. How are you, honey? I find it very odd that they said that bit, knowing the history of the Titanic. Exactly. That's, yeah, I know. See, some people would say that was, I don't know, some sort of fate
Like a bad
prediction,
omen,
maybe. Yeah.
foretelling.
Hi, Barley. How are you? I was trying to get hold of you, Barley, in the week, because I thought it might be quite nice to give you the opportunity to come and chat on here, where, you know, we have a very sort of tight ship. That's a terrible analogy, considering what we were talking about.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
mean it that way.
I
But
like
where the
I like to run my channel quite tightly. I won't have hate in the channel. Or either, you know, in my comments. If somebody comes in my comments and says something inappropriate, either I will block them instantly, or I will give them a warning, as in fact I did do to somebody. I know that was awful. God forgive me. Absolutely, that was awful. That was, yeah. Sorry, that was dreadful. Right. So moving on from that. Oh yeah, the other thing. Yeah. So Barley. If you would be interested in coming on, just I do have Twitter. I just think it would be quite nice to hear Barley's side, because all I see is negativity about Barley, and I'd quite like to hear for myself, you know. Hi, yeehaw! Didn't say it as well tonight.
Hi-yo.
I didn't say it very well tonight, did I? Anyway, so yeah, so may God rest their souls. And yeah, do Do you know, I was watching a live stream last night because my daughter told me about it, and she said, Mum, have you heard about it? Was it yesterday or the day before? Can't remember. And so I said, right, okay, I'm going to find it. So there was a live stream going on where they were talking about what was happening and blah, 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 blah. The comments in there were disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The things they were saying, I was like, oh my God, I just can't believe it. So yeah, so that's 30 minutes talking about that. So that's a good thing, I think. I think it'd be quite nice if we do talk about different things before we talk about drama online, because believe it or not, there's lots of drama out there in the real world, which isn't
I
very nice.
agree.
I've got my wavy face today. Do you like it, Edna?
I do. I love it.
So what we're going to do next is just have a little break, just have a little palate cleanser, because we've just spoken about some very hard stuff, and yeah, as I say, may God rest their soul. And let's just have oh, okay, let me just see this first. People are sick. Even Pete's apparently said something. No, it's just disgusting. So let's just have a quick palate cleanser, I think, because I think it's needed at the moment. I'll be back in a minute. And now I feel I've actually played the wrong thing there, but never mind. Nobody knew. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Now I think we need to, before we move on to online drama, I think we need to have a bit of a laugh.
Because you are a real man, as we have understood. And so I hoped that you would say, okay, yes, I'm a real man and I have a real car. But you're not driving, are you?
Well, no. There's two ways to drive. An automatic transmission, and then a real man drives a stick. And even though I don't have automobile, I have a steering wheel and a stick. It's all put together on a special dashboard. On the name of it is Fisher Price.
Yeah.
And I get high, and I sit there for hours, and I say, one day I will own a car and not have to rely on camel. And I look around here in Ottawa area. I find no camel. I go to the park. I thought that I would see one camel in the wild. I don't. I go to the zoo. I say, well, hey, where's the camel? And people say, who drove you here? And I say, look, give me a camel. I'll show you a real man driving. Let's see. Can you handle a camel? And if people laugh, I just go back to the flat and I grab my Fisher Price simulator, and I say, screw you all. I get high and I drive my Fisher Price. People call it a toy. It's the very complicated simulation, and so it's complicated being a real man, and I still can't fucking drive. I'm sorry.
That still makes me laugh. Did you understand that?
It's
Edna?
funny. I don't. Yes, I'm just gonna say yes and move along. Hi,
Hi,
Chris.
Bridget. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. Right, so now we're going to talk. We're going to talk online drama. Oh my God, it's been going off left, right, and
Already.
centre, hasn't it? We've got Heffalump returning to Canada. Is that right? Is that right?
I haven't heard.
You
So
haven't
I'm
heard?
I'm ready. No. I mean, I heard that she's supposed to, but she said she's gonna do something here or there. And so who knows what she's gonna actually do and when.
Okay, so that ended that conversation. All right, so then we've got Yo Mama enjoying himself in in Mexico, enjoying himself so much that he's going live talking about the Heffalump. Come on, Yo Mama, you can do better than that. Listen, if I'm on a beach somewhere, I'm not going to be talking about some twat in
Well,
Kuwait.
he wasn't exactly on the beach. He only had good reception in that one place. So he was live from the chair. But did you see that he found a CD player and a DVD player? That was hilarious.
I
He is
know, right?
committed. I will give him that. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah,
Because
I
when he
know.
said we should ask T and Sass to help with the
The bed.
submissible, that was funny too. Because I mean, it's a sad story, and I know everybody doesn't think humor is appropriate X, Y, and Z, but I thought it was a funny way to tie Girl World in. So I
Yeah,
wasn't
I
mad
thought
at it.
so too. But I have to
Mhm.
say, I have to say, that. Oh, okay, Amber Chick. I don't get why everyone is so butthurt about him being live on vacation. I mean, in the heat of the day, I watch TV. What's the difference? Do you know what? I'm in agreement with you. I'm just finding
Mhm.
something to talk about, to be honest. I'm in agreement with you, but oh, I've lost the thread. What was I going to say, Edna? I am in
Aw.
agreement with you. And also the other day I thought about it and I thought, right, if you think about it, he's going live for an hour. So all he's got to say to the wife is, right, honey, I'm going off. I'm just going to do my live stream just for an hour. The kids are probably in
Mhm.
the pool or whatever. So yeah, I'm not butthurt. I'm not butthurt at all. Um, okay. So Yeehaw says he just needs to relax and enjoy his family time. Yeah, because it's not even a good live stream. Live streams are difficult. Vlogging is difficult. But I mean, to be fair, it's not really a vlog, is it? If he's just sat there with the camera in front of him, that isn't a vlog. A vlog is when you go out and about and
Not
annoy people with.
necessarily. A vlog is a video log. So, if he says, "Hey, this is your mama back at it again, live from this chair where we get the good reception, talking about foodie for 30 minutes until I have to go do whatever next." That's a vlog. That's a video log of his day and his vacation. He's catching in, checking in with us.
Yeah, and I don't mind that at all because, I've done vlogs where I've gone away. I went away with my I've gone away with my family on several occasions and done a vlog. But what I will do is I will add sites of where I am. Like I'll add the beach.
Mhm.
And,
He's not
and
doing a lot of editing. Yeah.
yeah, you won't see me like walking around. Well, there is a lot of editing because what I do is I upload it to my well, it's already on my camera, but I wait until I get home and then edit it and make a video out of it. So I'm now
Mhm.
going to plug my Berlin vlogs, my Paris vlogs, and my London vlogs. I just yeah. You're right. He doesn't want his kids on his video and so he shouldn't. 100. Hi,
Right.
and Retail, Ray Ray. Oh, is it Ray Ray or Riri? Mhm. He needs good Wi-Fi. I know. I know. You're right, Yeehaw. Absolutely. He did say he was going to be out and about, though. He did, didn't he? And he's not done that yet. I'm going to tell him off. Going to tell him. He'll come in here in a minute and have a go at me. Oh, he wants to justify the GoPro. He should enjoy his vacay. He's always thanking people for the GoPro. And that shows that he's a good dude. It does show, you know. But come on, yo, mama, get out. I know you don't want to show your family. That's fine. But there must be, you know, show a little bit of Mexico, even if you do it in sort of picture form, in photo form, and then make that into a small video. I'd enjoy
Do you
that.
know what? That might take more away from the vacation than just coming live for 30 minutes if he has to take time to edit. That's probably why he doesn't do it.
Yeah, possibly. Just let me tell him off, all right?
Okay, yeah, just tell him off, Jan.
Just let me tell him off because somebody is always saying that I white knight for him, and that's not
Oh, right.
true. I just
I'm scared to say anything, Jan. It was icy when I went in Bally's chat. I'm still a little cold.
what
Did
in
I tell
Bally's?
you?
No, what happened?
Yeah. Well, because Curl is one of her mods. And Curl was like, I don't like that hoe. And this, like talking about
Oh,
me. And tell Jan that we don't like you. I'm like,
oh,
Jan, they don't like me, girl.
that's because they know you like me. That's true. He should record videos while he's out. Thank you. Thanks, Bridge. Bridge, do you want to come up, honey? Because we could go over some funny times I had this week. I'm putting the link again for Bridge if she wants to come up. You're very welcome, and we can just have a bit of a peruse over the way I was treated in Hannibal's chat. Oh my goodness, but he's not jealous, guys. Okay, he's not jealous. Okay.
If this isn't jealousy, I don't know what it is.
Ah, Lordy Miss Claudie. Lordy Miss Claudie. And you know what? He doesn't realise that he's just making
What
it
is
worse
that?
for himself.
If
Okay, plug in your
anybody
mic,
who's watching him
sweetheart.
act like this and you think you're this, that, and the other, wow.
Oh,
It's like,
Lordy.
listen, I am so sorry, Hannibal. I did not mean to hurt you, hurt your feelings, hurt your
Oh.
feelings. My bad. And little old me, I didn't know I could be so powerful. I'm sorry, you know.
Isn't it ridiculous?
I
Isn't
know,
it?
but clearly I didn't know he was so fragile. I'm just saying.
He is. He's beyond
Called me all
fragile.
out my name, Jan. I was like, "Oh, am I all that?"
Mhm.
I told what's her name, Timber, and Timber was like, "Well," and like I said, Timber, you are not helping right now.
It's like, do you know what's so? One thing one thing I need to show you before I play the video. Right, I wasn't gonna play the video, but I think it would be better, and then we can talk about it then. Right, hang on. This is
Yeah.
what I wanted to show you. Right, right here we go. Oh, and we have this young lady come up. Hey, beautiful.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
excited. I love your videos. Your commentary is so funny.
I watch them back. I'm like, you know what? I cuss a lot.
You
I can't help
do.
it.
You do. You disgusting lady. How could
She likes you
you?
to
I
relax.
can't help it.
You can't hold it against her.
No, I don't hold it against her. Me and Bridge, we go back a little way. But do you know what? It's about finding let me see. It's about finding people that get you. you know, and yeah, I've got this reputation out there that
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
this mean bitch, and I'm this and I'm that, and a bit similar to to Bridget's reputation. Oh my God. But the thing is, we laugh about it, and I think Bridget does as well, don't you?
Yep. Can't take any of this like too seriously.
You can't.
You know.
No.
You can't. So I'm just going to put this up here. Hang on, let's see if this is going to work. This is what happens, right? In the in his comments underneath that, okay, underneath the video where I wasn't able to speak. All right, I know I speak quite slowly. I'm gonna have to speed it up, guys. But anyway, this is what a couple of people said. First thing I have to say is thank you very much to No Fap Monty, because
I like him. I like him a lot.
Oh, is it a he?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to say a big thank you to him, because he said, LOL, this on 1.5 speed isn't a conversation. Listen, on the slow speed, it wasn't a conversation either. I wasn't able to say anything. It is just everyone interpreting Jan and being disrespectful. Do you know what? That word, disrespectful. Oh,
Right.
Edna, we've lost you. Where are you? Let's see if we can squeeze you in somewhere so that people can see you on here. Have we lost Edna? Oh, there's Edna. No, we've lost. Oh, hang on. I don't know how we're going to get the three of you on.
When you had it the other way, I could see me and Edna, but I couldn't see you.
Oh, okay then. Right. Oh, there we are. We're in the corner on the right-hand side.
Okay.
3 girls having a party. Right. Anyway, so why can't you see that everyone is locals? Breezy, FFG, Yo Mama, etc. But what about this other person? Exactly. It's like, yeah, but you know, as soon as I open my mouth, this curl girl came for me. Like,
the curl girl.
Yeah, it's like, well, I was the one that muted you in the chat. I should have said, "Oh, bravo, well done, well done."
She reminds me of one of my first supervisors. It was like the woman was drunk with power. It's like, we understand you're a mod. We get it.
Exactly.
Congrats.
Drunk with power. I love that. And the other thing is, they said that I was drunk. Why is it whenever I go on someone's chat, they always think I'm drunk?
Yep. Yeah, I do.
Listen, I let my histrionics out sometimes. Put it that way. It's got nothing to do with drink.
It's the theatrics of it.
Oh my God. It absolutely bothers Hannibal that people think he is jealous of Yo Mama. Exactly. And that's why we're going to keep saying it. You're jealous. You're jealous.
Honeyball, if you weren't so jealous, then it wouldn't, like, it's like a hit dog hollering. Honeyball, you're a hit dog hollering. Just be quiet. If it doesn't fit, then just stop talking about it.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Just shut up, man. You're just making things worse. Amber Chick says Bridget's content has become my absolute favorite to watch. There's something about her videos that's just perfect. There is. And I think it's that she's so calm. She's so calm.
No, honestly, because even though you curse, you don't ever feel like, because sometimes people get so into it and you can tell they're on 10. You're like, whoa, calm
Like a
calm it down.
FFG. Like a
Yeah, it's like, this is entertainment, you know? But with yours, I mean, it was like 2 hours. I was like, I know I did not sit up here and watch this video. But it was just so relaxing. Like, you know, it was just funny, and I was just following along with you instead of all the hype. Because I don't always want to get on 10 with people.
I love Bridget because she doesn't take sides. Yeah, I mean, I don't really take sides. That's the stupid thing about this at the moment, is that, you know, Hannibal's like, oh, she's white knighting for Yo Mama, and and this, that. No, I pull him up as well. But the difference is he doesn't come for me like a rabid dog. Take it like with a pinch of salt, man. Life isn't that serious online, and that's one of the reasons I was just talking about real life drama that's going on at the moment. Let's put things into perspective here, okay? Right, so then he says, it obviously bothers Hannibal that people think, oh, I've said that. Jan isn't yelling. I know, I didn't even raise my voice. Didn't even raise it. And threatened to mute her twice. He did mute me twice. But yeah, anyway, let's read that. It was the mods that were out of control, blatantly stating they would not treat her with respect. I know.
Back to respect, yeah.
That curl girl even said, no, I'm not going to pay any attention to you.
My goodness.
What?
That's the thing. It's like I listen to this for the soothing tones, and that voice alone is like, ma'am, stop, cut the rotor, cut it.
Cut it. Meanwhile, I know. Now, this made me laugh. And they still didn't get the joke.
My goodness. Jen, every time you were talking about your history as a teacher, oh, it was so funny.
I know. Oh my God.
Teaching
are you
teenagers
gonna go over?
that.
Are you gonna go over this video? Because I haven't seen it at all.
Oh yes, let's do this
okay.
then. Oh, please don't let there be a sound issue. Let me put it on for our bridge. Right, where are we going to start? I'm going to start there.
Oh my goodness, I love the graphics.
Can you? Right, hang on one sec. Right, let's present. Right, okay. You learnt blooming StreamYards quickly, didn't you, Bridge?
It was it's easy, pretty easy.
It's not too difficult, is it? Right, tell me you can hear this, guys.
Good.
Okay. Yes. Well done. Good.
No. For you, the question would be, what have you observed about my behavior to make you think that I am jealous of you?
Right, hang on a minute. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Right, okay. You girls, right, Bridget and Edna, shout stop if you got something to say. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Your mama.
Okay.
And go.
Right, okay. This is going to come in many parts, I think. The first reason, I think, or the first, sorry, but I just can't stop laughing. Yeah, anyway, let's carry on. Just the thing that I have to explain to people who may be a little confused. This is the other video that I made of it, because when he kicked me out, I thought, right, I'm going to go live then. So I went live. So this is me looking at it afterwards. Okay, just to explain it. So was that you seem unable to get over it, for one thing, which
get over what? Could you be a little bit more specific, because I don't want to have any assumptions. Get over what?
Right.
You say get over it. Please explain.
Oh, he's angry.
Instead of a pronoun.
Oh. I tell you what, this man would never speak to me like that in real life.
His tone is very harsh.
Yeah. He would never get away with that. What's Yeehaw said here? So you can hear him clearly, because if I were you, I would have been so done with everything. Do you know what, Yeehaw? There's more than one way to skin a cat. Put it that way. Okay. Right. Well, I detect a little bit of anger there. I think that's anger. I have so much fun.
Please
Right,
explain
let-
specifically what it that I cannot get over is.
Right, there's not going to be any. There's not going to be any discussion if you don't allow me to speak. Okay. Now, everything I said, I stand by. I don't remember word for word what I said, but everything I said, I stand by. My observations are that you are in a similar field to what Yo Mama is in. I can tell by the way you speak of Yo Mama, the way you refer to Yo Mama, the way you try and belittle him. Please note, I mean, please note all these intelligent little comments that he puts onto the screen while I'm talking. Do you know I didn't even bother looking in his in his chat because I know the type of morons that will speak in his chat. Let me just say here, I realise that when I talk in a certain way. I'm an older lady. I'm a grandma. It's just the way I speak.
Okay, pause.
Okay.
Wait, because you do this. I've seen you do it, and you don't always talk like this, like you were talking with him.
Okay.
Because you did it with Vicky, and I think that's what kind of pisses people off too, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you talk slower, and I think that maybe some people may take it as like condescending. I don't know, but you do that.
Do you know, I can't disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, you know, and I do accept that. But I don't mean it as condescending. I mean, I think the reason I do it, I speak so slowly is because I'm actually choosing my words carefully because I don't want to say something that's going to be really offensive. And it's normally in a situation where I feel very strongly about something. It's like, you know, with the Vicky situation, I felt very strongly about that. Now, if I'm prepared, okay, I know you're a friend of Bridget, okay, a friend of Vicky. I'm prepared to say that I'm prepared to apologise to Vicky for the tone I used at that time. Because if she took it as being condescending, and I do understand that when I listen to myself, I think, yeah, that is me, you know, that is me. But it doesn't mean that I'm that type of person. I was very angry with her at that time, very angry with her. But it's a way of me keeping control of myself as well. It means that I don't say things that I can't come back from. Put it that way.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, people came harshly for me after the Vicky thing because it was like, oh, well, you know, you said this, you said that, but let me tell you, I never said anything that I didn't mean. I'm very careful. So yeah, I do get your point there, Bridget, and I agree.
You know what? I just have to say too. I didn't mean pause on you because I'm confused because you're on the video, so I'm thinking it's the video.
But I don't want to give him a view. I don't want to give him a view, so I thought I'd do it on this one.
No problem.
I have also got it on preview, but that might not play as well. So I thought I'll just do it on this one. But yeah, so I do understand that. And if Vicky was to come to me, I would probably apologize for my tone. But I still meant everything I said, if that makes sense, you know? So, right, let's get on. Shall I speed it up? Because my God, I talk so slowly. Right, let's see. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's difficult. It's confusing because I am reacting to it as well. Let's just see what some people have put in here before we move on. Most people should think before they speak. Do you know what? I believe that as well. And I think because in those instances, there's a chance that I could just go off and start, yelling. I don't want to do that. So it's a way for me to sort of calm down. It's my calming mechanism, and also it's a way of me processing my emotions and my thoughts at that time,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Right. One of my favorite people, she said, that's me not choosing violence. It's like talking, I might be speaking to you in a condescending tone, but that's me not choosing violence.
Yes. See, I could say the same thing because, I suffer with something which means I do have, I can have real anger bursts. But I realize I can't have that. I can't have them because I'll get in trouble. So,
Right.
a way to keep myself calm and to get my thoughts across is to speak like that. Yeah, I hadn't really I've not really analysed it before. So I appreciate that, Bridget, you being open with me. And I prefer that. I prefer people to be open, I just would because I'm open. Right, I would have said I dislike the way you belittle your mama because that shows your arrogance as a person, because having a degree doesn't give you the right to do so. Exactly. He says he's got a degree. Okay, I would question that. I work with people that have degrees. I don't. And they are like, mama says, morons. Well, I don't know. 2 of my kids have got degrees. They're not morons.
I mean, because I don't really think a degree. I mean, everybody can have like the bachelor's degree or whatever. It doesn't mean that you're smarter than somebody else. Honestly.
No, it doesn't.
Nope. It just means that you were able to get through the educational system.
Exactly.
Which for some people, they were given their degrees, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I used to work in the undergraduate advising office, so I've seen it happen. How some people would just kind of skate through, their advisor would let certain things go, and other people it's like, no, it's by the book, X, Y, and Z. So honestly, a degree, not that it doesn't mean anything, because hopefully it does mean something, but whenever there's people, there's room for error or margin for error.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've had very intelligent friends who've got, degrees coming out of every pore in their body, and they're the most stupid people I've ever met in my life.
That's what this lady told me. She was an older lady. She was retired, and she was a retired doctor of something or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm so jealous. And she was just like, no. She was like, I was going through my program, and she was like, those were some of the dumbest men I have ever met. They just got through the program.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I think, maybe it's, they just don't have the common sense. I don't know. But I mean, 2 of my kids have got degrees, and, they're not like that. I have to say that.
The thing is, people are simple. People like to think that they're so, like, in many ways, we are complex beings and all of that. But if we're doing a job, people just want you to do the job. So as long as you don't complicate it by putting extra into it, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I don't know. It's just kind of it never ceases to amaze me how people can mess up something just by doing too much.
Absolutely. Monty, I see what you did there. Hunter Monty. I agree. Narcissistic in every sense. And yes, it's grandiose narcissist, I would say. There are different kinds of narcissists. The predominant two are grandiose or vulnerable. And I would say that the Jolly Green Giant definitely fits one of those, and it ain't the vulnerable one.
Mm.
So let's put it
I was like, I
that
have a
way.
guess.
Go on, have a guess.
No, you just said it, so I agree.
Oh, Amber Chick says she has a degree in criminal justice. I'm a programmer. Degrees mean just about nothing. I know.
Mhm.
It just means that they've done that much or those many years of studying. My daughter has got a law degree, and yeah, she studied her ass off, but she also took breaks in it, which I think, you know, that there was a time when she said, Mum, I've got to stop. I've just done so many studies. That's
Mhm.
what it's about, you know. Getting a degree means that you've read all the books, you've done everything, you've gone through every single section about that particular subject, and then you get your degree.
Look,
You
you got,
know?
I am working on this paper, and my dad is like, "When are you going to be done with this?" I have literally been working on this one paper for the past 2 years. 2 years.
Wow, what
Oh
is
my
it about?
God.
It's about education, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
in the
Yeah.
American system or?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well, I don't know much about I like your history or anything, but I know girl world's kind of crazy, so I won't ask you to share too much. It just fascinates me because yeah.
it's you know, it's some people I think are just born to be academic. I wasn't. I was born to be a performer. I was born to be a sports person. In my youth, it was
Okay.
about sports and football. And then I went on to, you know, performing. Now, I d- I wasn't really interested in academics, apart from English. I loved English. And yeah,
So how did
I
you get
just
into
went.
teaching and tutoring?
Because you don't have to have a degree to do that.
Mhm.
It depends.
Oh,
It
but you still
depends.
have to have like a love or respect for
Oh
education,
yeah.
I would.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
have a love of education. You know, and I'm able to teach as well. So that's how I managed to do it. I mean, I got an English. So English was my subject. But what I'm trying to say is when I was at school, I wasn't very academic. It was when I was older, it was when I'd sort of gone on to college and realized that, you know, I was planning on being a journalist, actually. That's what I was planning on doing, but then creativity took over.
Oh.
So my majors have no impact on my jobs, only help me. Yes. Yes. That's what happens over here, because my daughter got to the stage where in her studying where she then had to choose. She'd done all the law subjects and everything, and then you get to a stage where you go to barrister school or you choose a different sort of pathway. And she said to me, I don't want to go to barrister school. She went to law school from uni, but then she didn't want to move on to the barrister side, if that makes sense. But she does use it in
Okay.
her job, though. She can use it in her job. Um, but hang on, this is quite interesting. People talking. One of the attorneys in my office, he's smart with law rules, documents, etc. But everyday life, exactly. That's true. That's why I'm useless at that. No, I just decided to throw everything at being a performer, I suppose. Sometimes I can believe it. If he tries to explain something simple, it literally takes 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay, but this smart guy over here, well, we should listen. We should listen to him. But he's thinking, well, I'm going to put all of them on, right? I'm going to put all of them on the screen just to annoy her. It didn't annoy me. It just made me laugh. These people don't know me. And insult him constantly, that it comes from a place of jealousy. That's what I've observed, and that's what I stand by.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah. Who are you? Oh, yeah, go on. Who wanted to say something?
Is that you, Edna?
No.
Edna gets relaxed sometimes. Oh no! Hang on. It was on the video. Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even I'm confused. Right.
I mean, I am relaxed, but no, I'm not that relaxed.
Right. This is when Curl decides to pipe in.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, I've
Right.
never spoken to her before. There are no names up here. Okay. I didn't know who she was. Right. That's the truth of it. So let's go back. Let's go. Constantly that it comes from a place of jealousy. That's what I've observed, and that's what I stand by.
Okay, can I say something?
Who are you?
Anyway,
okay.
No, I'm asking who you are because there's no names up. Are you
well, this is Curl. You know, the one that kept timing you out.
Carl seems like a nice girl. Carol seems like a nice, friendly type, doesn't she? Yeah. She was the one that kept timing me out. No idea why. No idea why. Oh, it was you.
It was me, girl.
Okay.
Me. But yeah, you sit here and you say he can't get over it. He belittles your mama. But what does your mama do? Don't he belittle FFG? Don't he belittle Yaba? Every woman is a bitch. Every woman is this and that. What about that? What? Huh?
Can I answer?
Come on.
Because I've not come up for a slanging match. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy to say how I feel. It's my opinion, and I stand by that. This Daniel saying lay off the booze. I don't drink. Okay. I don't drink. I'm sat here with a glass of Coke, actually, because it's been hot. It's quite hot. But other than that, I don't drink. That, as I said, you're saying, Yo Mama, when he came on, using, in your eyes, inappropriate language. Yeah. And that he calls people, certain things that shouldn't be said. I've observed that Yo Mama has changed from that. He's taken account of what people have said, and he no longer uses that terminology.
Okay, but he attacks FFG every single lie. He attacks Yaba and Sam.
God, can you imagine living next door to this one? Oh my God.
When you said that took me out. That was so funny.
I know, but can you imagine that? Over the fence?
No, thank you.
Oh, Lordy,
my home is my sanctuary. Jeez.
Yes, same. Okay, devil's advocate here, but wasn't she okay with a white woman who was making race corn and saying the N-word? Pick and choose, I guess, seems to be what we do around here. Yeah, who's the white woman who was making race corn?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
Yeah,
I think that's BBW, isn't it? Veronica?
I don't know anything about her.
Me either.
Curl is a Monty simp as well, is she? Oh. And can kick rocks. Yes, I would say the same thing. I'd have to say, guys, between you and me and like the three other people that are in here, Monty sent me a DM. I think he wanted me to go on Panable with him. It ain't happening. No, honey, because you are affiliated to those we will not mention. Okay,
yeah,
that's good enough for me.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Okay.
So, nope. Oh, right. So she's Monty's old simp. Is she not simping anymore? This Curl. Can you imagine? Can you imagine though?
I don't
If
see
she
how
was,
she could be if she's with Hannibal because, or excuse me, Honey Ball because they don't get along.
well, maybe she's jumped ship and is now with the Hannibal. Why?
Well, clearly.
Oh, okay. BBW is the old simp. I don't know this one.
Oh, okay.
I've heard her name, and yeah, no, I see too many fatties. I can't be bothered. No, done. I'm not going to look down that rabbit hole. Need to be called Pannibals. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's
Oh
get
my
back.
God,
Let's
it was
get back to
complete nonsense.
right. She's called Curl, right? Oh, jeez. Listen to the anger from this girl that I've never spoken to. I'm still laughing. Drunk Jan. I know. Apparently I was drunk. No. And yes, I was an English teacher. How strange. And in a secondary school. So I taught teens. Can you believe that? Oh, Lordy, Miss Clody.
Every single live. Why?
Why?
He attacks Breezy.
Why?
He also has attacked Kamikaze.
Okay, so now we're going to go through a whole list of people that Yo Mama attacks. You know what I like? I love the way these people use these trigger words. Nobody's attacking anybody, okay? People are giving opinions about people. They're not attacking them, okay? So unless you want to say they're verbally, if you said, you know, they're verbally attacking them, then yeah, that's a possibility. Do I agree with that? No, I don't. Do I like that Yo Mama keeps coming for the same people? No. But then that's his channel. That's got nothing to do with me. So for these people to try and hold me accountable for another creator's content is somewhat ridiculous. But okay, they didn't want to hear this. They didn't want to hear it. So hey, nice to see you all. Come on in. Come on in. Do you know, I love this. I love when, I have to say, at this point, these people came into the live stream and I sort of suspected where they'd, you know, sort of wandered in from. But I thought I'm going to play with them for a minute. Do you know what? I do love playing with ignorant people. I really do. And I know you do as well, Bridget. I bet you love it too. I bet you do. So anyway, that's what I was doing here. Something like this happens, and the beauty of having my own channel is I can actually put it on there. They can't hide it. It's there. So their stupidity will be seen by all and sundry. And I might make another video out of this. I might just replay it on Friday night drama. We'll see. But anyway, so can we please notice how I am trying to speak calmly? I am not jumping to any bait that may be thrown my way by these individuals. That one in the bottom didn't have very much to say for herself. I suggest she's probably eating her hair. She's got a lot of hair there.
Gosh.
Gobby on the top right. She had a lot to say for herself. Yeah, we're dead. You know. Yeah, all right. And of course, the jealous one had a lot to say for himself. Let's carry on.
He said
Why?
things about purple glitter. He said things about what's the other one? Perfectly imperfect. I mean, there's so many different people.
Yeah.
And to answer your question or to respond to you, because I haven't had a chance to respond to you, Jan, you look at observations of my opinion of me calling him names or belittling him because I'm giving you an impression of what he's given me. If you walk around and you
Right, so let's dissect that. Okay, so he's saying that he's giving an impression of what he's giving him. Okay, so another way of putting that is he's giving an opinion. Do you know what? It's what I expected. It was what I expected. But I don't raise to the bait. Don't worry, darling. I'm perfectly fine. I find it funny. And the reason I find it funny is because it is. It's childish. And you know, they just make themselves look stupid, really. And yeah, he booted me out. I hung around backstage for a while. And then I think he thought, oh, all right, I'll let her speak. So anyway, let's carry on because honestly, I laughed my socks off. Let me tell you.
and you ha ha ha, and you have no real substance, and you're a clown. Just because you don't have white makeup and big red lips or big fuzzy shoes, don't mean that you're not out there clowning. And that's all that I.
Okay, so you know he's still treading on very sort of thin ice here. Yeah, be careful with that, Hannibal. You know, we don't want you being racially insensitive. Do you know what I mean? Just yeah, be careful there, matey.
I said, I
Oh,
plain and
Jen, can
simply
you
asked,
pause
why would
it?
anybody watch them? And you, as I
Yes, honey.
respectfully said, I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, I've spoken
Okay.
myself up.
So when you were talking about him being careful, I thought you were saying he should be careful because he's getting like dangerously close to describing himself. But you were saying that there's racial undertones, or can you elaborate
Yeah.
on that?
Yeah, I feel that the words that he's used, such as oh, what's he called him? A minstrel show.
Oh,
And
right.
also the fact that he's tried to liken me to Hussy. I think of racial undertones, yeah. Maybe people can say, oh, well, you know, she's hypersensitive about that. Maybe I am, but
Because
Yeah.
because what I got from it was that he was basically saying he's tap dancing. He's tap
Yeah.
dancing for the people.
yeah.
Yeah.
What, instead of it being an actual minstrel show?
Mm-hmm.
But then why would he use the word minstrel show? Why use that word, which is offensive?
Well, when I say tap dancing, I'm basically talking about a minstrel show. They're tap dancing for the entertaining the white people. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how I take it.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it, you know, and I don't want to say I'm tired about talking about racism because, you know, it's a massive thing. But I don't want
Still
to
be
just be
tired of
talking
it.
about it.
I'm
Sorry,
telling you,
Edna.
the last slave movie I saw, I said you can still be tired of it because I don't even remember the name of the movie now that I'm thinking about it. But there was a movie I went to go see. I was like, absolutely not. There is no reason for me to go through the trauma of seeing another slave movie indefinitely. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
And I think that it's okay to say. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, but you know what? Because I forget what actor it was. This cute guy. I forgot what his name was, but I heard him talk. It was a few years ago, and he was talking about the slave movies, and people were always saying, "I'm tired of all these slave movies. Tired of all these slave movies." And he was like, "How many slave movies can you actually name, though?
Yeah.
It's not really that many. They have a big impact, but it's not that many."
Yeah. Well, I like listen. I'm not knocking anybody's anything.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you do. But for me, I don't need to see it.
I mean, because like I said, they have a big impact. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. They do, definitely. I mean, I can still remember watching Roots back in the day, you know, and think, yeah, it having, and remember it having such a profound effect on me because, you know, it was just awful. And I have to say, I'm not the first one to go and watch a film about it either. It's too upsetting. I just find it too upsetting. So yeah, but people who know me know that I will jump on that, rightly or wrongly, you know, in their opinion, but it's something that I do, yeah. So yeah, in that instance, that's what I was pulling him up on. Just be careful, you know. I spoke about it in my last video, I think.
Much. Just like I can give you more respect than I can give to Bally, because you're straightforward with your opinion, and I appreciate that. But as far as being jealous and calling him all names and stuff, I think it's fair game when he did the same exact thing to everybody else in the community. I think it's fair games that, especially when he says that he has skin tough enough to be able to take a little ribbon and some jokes, because guess what? That's,
you know, what's quite, you know, I agree that as a content creator, if we speak on other people, then yeah, there are going to be people that will speak on us. I don't. That comes with the territory. You know, it really doesn't bother me. But what this goon doesn't realize is, although he preaches that, he doesn't practice what he preaches, you know, like the Madonna song. He doesn't, because he cannot take the criticism that I've said that he is jealous of Yo Mama. He cannot take it. And that's what I find so ridiculous. It's insane. Yes, it is. Absolutely, Gypsy. It's funny. Why are these people not seeing any humor in it? And, you know, it's like I tried to say on the panel just then. I tried to say, you take things too seriously, for God's sake, man. You know, just leave it. But no, he won't. So, okay, give me more content then. Thanks. I don't mind.
All it is, Jan. That's all it is. I don't know you. I don't know him from Adam. I don't care to know either one of you all. But guess what? I have an opinion. I have a page, just like you have an opinion.
Okay, so far, he's talked a lot more than I was allowed to. But I thought, I'm not going to come in yelling and talk. I'm not hussy. You know, I'll let him say his piece. It's his channel. Say what you want. Do I have to listen? No. And I didn't. Not really. At one point, I even left the room, went to the fridge, got myself a drink, because I knew he'd just be spouting a whole lot of rubbish. And I just...
And you have a page, and I can accept that you think that I'm jealous of this clown.
But you can't. That's just it. You cannot accept it. And you're proving it. Day after day, you are proving it. And this is what you don't understand.
Because I'm not. I simply ask him, as a black man, as an intelligent black man, please don't come into this community and make any more clownery or buffoonery, because we got...
Oh, right. I get it. So what he's saying is, he's finding it offensive for another black man to come into the community and to act like a clown. Ooh, maybe we need to dissect that. Wow, there's so many different ways we can come at this. Wow, it's quite interesting. So is he saying that as a black man, he's offended about a black man, another black man who comes on and acts, you know, as a comedian? So does that then mean that he doesn't like black comedians? Is that what he's saying? Hang on, I need a drink. Is that what he's saying? So he doesn't like Eddie Murphy, and he doesn't like... You girls want to say something?
You should have asked him like what comedians he likes. But you're going there right now. But yeah, I would have asked him what comedians he likes that are black.
Yeah. I wouldn't have had they didn't give me the opportunity to sort of be able to sort of form, you know, my thoughts that quickly. That's why I did this video, because that's when I was starting to think, oh, right, so that's what he meant by that, you know. But sadly, I speak so slowly, everyone's probably nodded off by then, but hey. Edna, did you want to say something, darling?
Oh no, you can go ahead and continue.
You still relaxing over there, are you?
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm here.
Okay. Like Will Smith, and he doesn't like any black comedians. Okay. I'll have to put that in my little black book.
Monty, please don't come in here and act a damn donkey, because garlic bread just did that. Please, because that makes it hard for me to give my opinion when all I want to do is gain opinions, be they good, bad, or ugly. And that's all I've said since the time of my creation of my channel. Now,
oh, God. Do you know, he's one of these people that says he's the personification of black man's salad, word salad, isn't he? Personification of it. Jeez, Louise.
Yes.
now, when it comes down to attacking your mama or belittling him, if you act like a clown and somebody calls you a clown, is that belittling or is that telling the truth?
That's an opinion.
It depends. It depends if you think he's a clown. Again, we're then getting back to opinions. Okay. Now, your opinion about your mama is that he's a clown. Okay. So you're saying, so if he, you know, if he looks like a clown and he acts like a clown, then, you know, I can call him a clown. Okay. So I could say to you, Mr. Happy, that you look like you're jealous. You act like you're jealous. So guess what? You're jealous.
That's a question.
That's an opinion.
Well, there you have it. I gave mine.
Yeah, you did.
And you gave yours.
Yeah.
I think we're fair. That's equal. I can agree. We all in agreement here. Opinions are everywhere. Opinions just like we all have one. Some of them are clean, some of them are dirty.
The other issue with this is that, and this is where I get the jealousy idea from, is that you constantly talk about it, and you show.
Ma'am, I made 3
videos
videos about him.
Finish? Are you going to let me finish?
I will not. I made 3 videos about him.
So see, every time I try and speak, he just speaks over me, and if he doesn't speak over me, this individual over here yaps at me like a little chihuahua. So yeah, okay, but I kept calm, guys. I kept calm.
I mean,
are you going to let me finish, or are you going to?
I'll mute your ass. You're on my channel.
Right. See?
Wow.
So here she goes in the corner there, like, you know. I didn't want to speak to her. Why would I want to speak to her? Yeah. See, this is when. Anyway, it'll all come out. It'll all come out what I truly thought afterwards. She's like, I already knew what her thoughts were of me. So yeah. Okay, carry on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead, Jen.
And I've listened. Okay, I've not interrupted you at all. And either and your other panelists, I've not interrupted.
Girl,
So I was asked the same. No. Here she is. She's off. She's off again in the corner. Yappity yapping.
No.
You're not capable. You're not capable of letting me speak. Then, no?
Sure, Jen. I just said go ahead. I just muted Carol so that you can go ahead and speak. You're going to take all day, but you get to your point sooner or later.
Thank you. And so do you. Have you heard yourself?
My channel. I have. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've not come here to.
You have most definitely come here to do whatever you're about to lie about. But go ahead, Jen. To your point.
Why am I lying?
Your second issue.
Why am I lying?
That is a bigger issue as to why I'm jealous of your mama is because I made many issues or videos about him and I talked about him. Now, when you say this, Jan, before you continue the rest of your sentence, I'm going to say, have you not seen the past 3 videos that he's made about me? And all I said was, boy, please, you are stupid for trying to make fun of somebody that sounds more intelligent than you because that makes you look stupider.
Do you class yourself as being intelligent?
No, I don't. But I'm not the one making jokes about how I speak. Now, am I?
So I don't class you as being intelligent
Jen,
either.
I'm responding to the man who's making the jokes about me. Why
but
are
I
you
think
upset?
what you try and do is
being jealous.
I think what you try and do is cover your jealousy and your passive aggressiveness with with a giggle. But I mean, anyone with half a brain, and trust me, I've got a lot more than a half a brain, can
That's questionable.
recognize that
We can all
in
question that.
somebody.
That's up to
And
challenge.
you know, if you've got a problem with somebody, then come out and oh, I had such fun. You'll have to watch it from the beginning. But yeah, I decided it because Mr. Happy here had an open panel. I thought, you know what? I'll go on there and see what he has to say. This is what happened. It went exactly as I expected it to do. Say it the same as I would. You know, I've come on here not to argue with you and your panelists. I've come on here to tell you exactly to tell you exactly how I feel, because I see all your little digs and your passive aggressiveness. It doesn't work with me. It really doesn't. And it doesn't work with Yo Mama. But what Yo Mama's decided to do is to laugh about it now. And yeah, I did. I had a fabulous time. I honestly had a fabulous time because what these people don't realize is I don't take this seriously. I really don't. And, you know, I can act the clown and I quite enjoy acting the clown. Especially when there's people like this that are so determined to at me. And it's very hard to sort of fight with somebody that remains calm. So that's what I do, and this is the result. And see you as the clown you are. Oh, hang on, we'll go back to that bit. Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, look at, we've got some good comments in the chat here, girls. If any of you want to respond to them, it's the ego, the use of big words, yeah, and demeaning him as uneducated. What do you do when you are uneducated? Dance for the people. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's the whole scenario. It's just so rude, you know. And I'm quite a nitpicker. So if I'm having a discussion with somebody, if I'm talking to somebody about something, I will ask 1,000 questions. It drives everybody mad. I had this conversation with Edna the other day. I said, you know, I've always been like that. That's how I learn. I'm genuinely interested in people and in different people, you know, different types of people. But then I'm easily insulted by people that I feel like this guy, Jolly Green Giant here, who feels that he's above everybody else because his vocabulary may be, you know, maybe a bit better than somebody else's. I don't like that.
But he basically, because I've seen parts of his live streams when he is talking about Yo Mama, and he basically says that he's smarter, and he'll try to make his little joke about like, oh, let me use a smaller word for the people that don't understand humor. I'm gonna basically dumb it down for you. He's talking down to people.
How dare he? And he was talking down to me as well. And I thought, do you know, I mean, I always say, oh, well, you don't know who I am, which, you know, some people then take it the wrong way as if, you know, oh, Jan thinks she's wonderful, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. But the truth of the matter is, you don't know who I am. You don't know what I've done with my life. You don't know how successful I've been. And that's one of the reasons why when I do go into, you know, dodgy chats, I do have to be careful about what I say because, you know, I can show a different side to me, and it's not a side to me that I like to show. So I'm fortunate enough that I can use my vocabulary to put across what I need to say and ask the questions that I feel that I need to ask. So yeah, that's I don't know what I'm going on about there. What was that then? Edna, are you still with us, darling?
No, there's other people who wish that they had a bigger vocabulary so that they could use that other than relying on maybe you know, curse words or what have you. And it's like when they can't, then they want to pick at the big vocabulary like it doesn't say X, Y, and Z, and you know, whatever
Yeah.
have you.
I know. I mean, I just wish I'm quite a humanitarian, and I don't speak much about it online, but I care an awful lot about people, and one of the things that really gets me fired up is if I feel that somebody's being wrongly treated. I don't like that, and it's got nothing to do with the color of my skin or the color of their skin or anything like that. Anybody, any persecuted person, I will speak up for. And these people don't know that. They just see me as Gobby Jan, or someone who comes on and picks their words apart. Yeah, I am like that as well, but I've also got a good heart, and my main issue with him to begin with was that he kept going on, and he was so insulting to Yo Mama, and I just thought, no, that's not right. I don't like it. So that's what I said. Yeah, I must say, in Yo Mama's streams, listen, I hoppity hop through them as well. I don't want to hear what he's saying about Foodie. So I turn him right down. I keep an eye on the chat so that I can hear what he's talking about, because I don't want to hear it. So I'm being honest there, and I think a lot of people are the same. Just because you're in somebody's chat does not mean that you 100% agree with everything they say.
Right.
Absolutely.
Hannibal streams are a good time. Okay. The Yo Mama stuff is a different energy though. Yeah. I think, I mean, I've been in his chat a couple of times. Both times, every time I speak up, I'm hoisted out of the nearest window. So yeah, it's not much fun. But to be
Yeah.
honest, go on, Edna.
Oh no, you go ahead. You were gonna say, to be honest.
Yeah, but to be honest, I wouldn't want to watch him anyway. He bores me
That's
silly.
exactly where I was thinking. Because there's
Yeah.
other stuff that I don't agree with. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think what he fails to realize is that it's easy to spot when somebody's being condescending about somebody. You can joke. I've done videos on people where I've joked and and laughed. So Peter Mon, and people may think, oh, well, you were hating on him. No, I wasn't hating on him. I was just pointing out that he's a complete idiot. And he just made me laugh. And I mean, moving on to Hussey, it's a different thing. But yeah, I'd hate to think that people, especially people that had watched me for a while, would believe that I actually am condescending, because I'm not. I'm really not. But anyway, what were you going to say, Bridget?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, you're just sitting there chilling. It's not like reacting to. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
That's the point. I need. Yeah. And welcome, Beantown Girl. I don't think I've seen you here before. But yeah, I mean, and I think I do make that point in this as well. And I tried to make it to him when he was allowing me to say my 7 words. But yeah, I mean, I just got talked over basically, and sooner or later you just sort of think, okay, let me just see. I skipped the cat. Yeah, I can't do it, Hunter.
I think like most people in Yo Mama's chat do not agree with him about the cat abuse thing. Like he's like, that's not abuse. Like most people don't agree with him.
Yeah, no, I don't agree. But then I looked at that in a different way as well. Let me rephrase. If you're not Jan, the streams are a good time. What? I think I must have read that wrong. Yeah. Now, Hannibal has picked up on that, and he's like, oh, well, you're saying that, Foodie wasn't abusing her cat, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we all know that abuse is somewhat different to neglect. Having said that, we all know that neglect is part of abuse. We all know that. But that's just something else that, you know, Mr. whatever his name is over here has got a lot to say, and he's going to use it to weaponize poor old Yo Mama. Just 1 minute. Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, I hard disagree with the neglect abuse thing. Yeah, I think we all do, Amber, though. I think we all do, but we all sort of deal with it in a different way. I mean, if I was in a position where I was speaking one-on-one to Yo Mama, I would ask him about that and say, you know, and try and sort of explain that to him. I don't think that he fully, and I'm not saying it because I think he's stupid, because I don't think he's stupid, but I think some
Do
people.
we know if your mama has a pet though? Because I think that might be like a pet person distinction.
Yeah. And I think also the example he gave was also very demonstrative of how he believes abuse is. And because it's so much worse, what he was saying, you know, about the dogs fighting or something, wasn't it? I think he just cannot see that, you know, what Foodie is doing, which is a completely different thing, can also be called abuse. Maybe Yo Mama thinks literally. We don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's the difference between active and passive abuse, or action leading to abuse, I guess. Because negligent, I think nobody's saying that someone's actively being negligent, or that she just wasn't caring for the pet. But that's the deal. That's the responsibility of being a pet owner, is that you're supposed to be doing certain things, and she wasn't meeting those responsibilities. And the person that she left the pets with also didn't meet those responsibilities. And not only that, the community that she had access to that was offering her help, she refused to take that help.
Right.
yeah, but some people don't take help. You know, some people only Foodie lives in her world. You know, and she has her way of thinking. I don't think any of us are ever going to understand that. So Capone says, Jan used to be Yo Mama's biggest heckler. She still heckles. I do. But Jan is welcomed and appreciated there. Exactly. You know, because I don't come from a place of dislike or a place of hate, you know. And I did used to heckle him. And so many times I said to him, you know, stop blooming, you know, riding Foodie's backside, or whatever the saying is. I'm sure
Big
it's not
poopy
that.
balls.
Hi, Beantown. Oh, you're very welcome here. Oh, you're very welcome, darling. I don't care where you come from. It's just nice to have you here. Big welcome to you. Anything else you want to say, girls? Right, hang on. I picked this one. At one point, Jan blocked me, and now has blocked me. I did. I think you were coming for me in my mama's chat. And sometimes I'm like, do you know what? I can't be bothered with that. I'm not going to listen to that. And then after a while, I thought, oh, okay, I'll give him another chance. Listen, that goes against the grain with me, let me tell you. I think very black and white. So you're lucky. People used to get on. Oh my God, I used to be crucified in Yo Mama's chat. Oh, these people were just awful in there. I just ignored them. I just thought, okay, whatever. You don't like me. Okay, move on. And those same people now say hi to her every time they say, exactly. I like to think when people get to know me, they're like, oh, Jan's all right, actually. Yeah, she's all right. Yeah, bad, but all right. But then I own up to that, guys. I own up to that. It's not my fault. That is so determined to at me. And it's very hard to sort of fight with somebody that remains calm. So that's what I do, and this is the result. And see you as the clown you are. So yes,
Cool.
we do laugh
Well,
at
good.
it.
That means we're both
You have
clowns.
this.
Look, Jan,
You
I don't
have
know
this
what you have.
inflated. You
Oh my
have.
God, I have an inflated what? Go.
You have an inflated ego for whatever reason, and then you have the nerve to react to people
Oh yes,
that
I'm the one
are
with the
not
inflated
are,
ego
that
versus
are
your mama.
not productive members
Jan,
of
you're a joke.
society.
Jan,
So
You're
what does that
absolutely
make you?
Jan, are you okay?
I
Jan,
don't-
are you? Have you? You've never watched anything that I've said or anything.
They don't like the truth, do they? People don't like the truth. And I tell you what, I'm quite happy to say exactly what I need to say. Whether I get booted or not, I will say it.
That
Be
I've done.
fine.
You probably jumped in
Absolutely.
here when you
But
heard
I
something
tell you
about your mama,
something,
and
I
you came
also-
in with your white
I
knife. Now, look, I sat here and I listened to that long ass diatribe that you just threw out there. That long ass.
Oh my God.
Right. So now watch his mask drop. Okay. Yeah, but we're not quite so eloquent when we're angry, are we, Mr. Jolly Green Giant? The mask is beginning to slip.
That you want to speak about how I'm so jealous of your mama. I don't know where you think you just landed, but you're still in my house. So calm down. Seconds. Just
right. Okay. I mean, he actually thinks this is his house. This is your house. You invited people to come and speak to you on an open panel. I have not visited you at your house. Okay. I came on your panel. I was not screaming or ranting or whatever. I was talking quite calmly as I am now. Okay. I have a good sense of humor. I will laugh. But in this instance, I thought it was probably better to, just sort of try and talk. He could not get over the fact that what I was saying was the truth. And he was just getting more and more frustrated. I wasn't frustrated one iota, not in the slightest. In fact, I found it highly amusing. But yeah, so because he sees this as his house, he is not going to allow me to talk. If I had someone on my channel that I let on panel, I would let them talk because I have manners. I'm quite open to listen to what people say. If they disagree with me, then I will say, well, I don't really agree with that. But because I have respect for other people, I will let them speak. This Jolly Green Giant was incapable of doing that because he realized that, oh God, I'm not going to be able to win her over. She's going to say exactly what she wants to say. So this is how he reacted. And it's here on my channel, and I love it.
1 second. You made me laugh, ma'am. I cannot believe you.
Let's see.
Right, at this point, he's blocked me. No, he's not blocked me. He's, what do you say, muted me. I think so also. Gypsy. Yeah. Just the way he was talking to me. He's got no respect for women. Okay. Do you want to clarify that, McRib Fantasy? Why I have no respect for anyone? I was instigating issues tonight. How was I doing that? Please tell me. I'm interested. How was I instigating it? By speaking my truth. I didn't go in there shouting, hollering, calling names, whatever. I just stood by what I'd previously said. That's what I did. Right, let's see what else.
Because I throw digs at
Oh, okay. So right, yeah. So I'm muted now. Okay. So now he's gonna start shouting and yeah. So let's see what he says.
your mama, who throw digs back at everybody all damn day long. And he's decided to laugh it off and expose me for the clown that I am. Jan, I've never promised you anything, but I've said that I'm a clown. I said that I can get serious and talk about real issues, but for the most part, I am definitely here to clown people. And if your mama says that he can take it, just like I'm taking it, because I'm not.
I have to admit, at this point, I left the room. Because I thought, do you know, I've heard it all. You know, he's like a record now at this point. Listen, we know you're jealous. That's the end of it. I came onto the channel. I came onto the panel with the intent to cause a stir. No, I wouldn't say that. I came onto the panel because I knew it would cause a stir, because I'm not going to agree with what he says. And I'm going to stand by what I believe and what I perceive. I was unaware that tonight's subject was barley. And we have to say that if that was the case, then it was down to Hannibal not to let me on. Wouldn't you say? So if it was about barley, why let me on? Okay, I didn't like gate crash or anything. He let me on.
I'm gonna make an entire video about him just to sit here and say, I am your mama. Hear me saying, nah, 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 nah. No, nobody cares about that shit. I can do that pettily in my own videos as I keep.
So as we can see, that mask is slipping further and further down. I'd gone into the kitchen, guys. I was thirsty. I went and got myself a drink. No, it wasn't alcoholic, even though there were some people in the chat that seemed to think it was. God, honestly, these people don't have a clue.
Moving forward, as I have done. You want to say that I'm throwing digs at him? Well, ma'am, he throws digs back. And I think that's fair game. I think that's fair game. I have no problems with him throwing digs back, because just like your mama, I am a gamer as well. And I understand.
Yes, I understand. You are a gamer as well, but you're in a different league, love, aren't you? You know, you're not, from what I presume or what I understand. Your mama was actually a professional gamer. I don't think you are you? No, I don't think you are. Maybe that's another issue. You see everything that your mama's done and what he's achieved and what he's capable of, and you're just not. Plain and simple. You're just not. Anyway, bear in mind, I'm still muted. So I think I've come back from the kitchen now. I'm sat in my chair, lit up a cigarette, and I'm like, okay, carry on.
What he's doing and how he's doing it, and neither one of us actually care. Neither one of us give a fuck about each other. Your mama don't give a fuck about me at the end of the day.
Hannibal cares.
He's only saying something to me because you in his ear. Why?
Oh, I'm in his ear. Oh my God. Why is your mama going to listen to me? Why is your mama going to listen to me? I'm changing my batteries in my mouth. I'm in his ear. I'm in his ear sometimes, yeah, because I don't like what he's talking about. And I would tell him, I don't like you saying that. I don't like this. I don't like that. But he doesn't come at me like you do. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So who am I going to respect more? I wonder. All right, hang on. Let's see what you said here. I had to change my battery. How was he supposed to anticipate your incoming statements? I would have thought that was quite obvious. I don't talk about barley. I don't know anything about barley. So you, by asking that, do you actually think that he let me on just to talk about barley? Is that what you think? Because let me tell you, you're wrong. Because I've never spoken about barley. Ever. So yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. Right, logically, how would Hannibal know that you were coming in ignorant as to what the topic was? He could have asked me, couldn't he? Could he not have? I quite enjoyed this part. I thought it was quite interesting. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, right. Okay. Bridget's nodded off.
Yeah, no.
Listen, I'm such a multitasker. I'm so proud of myself. I realized that the battery was going out of my mouse. So I had to race to the kitchen to find my batteries. And I've just changed it. Yeah, so this person came in when I was doing this live stream and obviously came from you know where. So I was just responding to them. I love doing that. I love it. It's so entertaining.
I mean, because
Said.
honestly, Hannibal would know that you were coming to talk about your mama, because that's what you guys have talked about
Exactly.
every time. Yeah.
Exactly. So the question was, you know, really stupid, really. Why would I? What was it? How would Hannibal know that I was coming in? No, I mean, sometimes I just play with them, a bit like a cat with a mouse. When I first came in, so Jan, if you come to talk about barley, and then in which case I would have said no, not really. I don't really pay much attention to those sort of, you know, channels, what have you. But he didn't say that to me, did he? He asked me, I think the very first thing he said was, what question do you want to ask? Or something like that. No, I said. So, yeah, I think that sort of argument's a little bit a bit askew, let's say. Carry on. It's nice to have you in here. Yeah. Oh, I know, unlike right? Somebody else, I'm quite capable of answering people's questions. What can I say? And I don't mute people, and I don't kick them out of my chat. Okay. Let's carry on.
White knighting for everybody riding around on some big white YouTube horse swinging your big ass non-relevant sword with your 6 fuse. That's what the fuck is. And then you mad at me because I have.
Okay. So here we go. Right, this is the real Hannibal. So basically, what he's saying is that I'm white knighting for Yo Mama. Wrong. Wrong. Just because I like somebody and I speak positively about somebody does not mean that I'm white knighting for somebody. Are we at school? You're a 50-year-old man. Why are you acting like a 12-year-old boy? It's just ludicrous. Grow up, man. Really is ludicrous. So he seems to think that not only am I white knighting for Yo Mama, but I'm also in his ear. As I've said, I've been in his ear several times, and it's got nothing to do with white knighting him. And it would be the same way as I would communicate with you, in that the only communications I ever had with Yo Mama is in his live chat. That's it. Okay. Actually, I'm just looking there. That gaining gird is a troublemaker. Jan and I got into it in Timber's chat. Yeah, because you're coming out with a whole load of baloney, probably. But anyway, let's carry on. Your questions are skewed. Okay, what questions? Your question, my questions are skewed. Logically, how would Hannibal know that you were coming in? But I've answered that. Okay, I've answered that. I think what I meant to say was your perception of things is skewed, not your actual questions. And I feel that I've answered your questions. Yeah, I think I've answered them very adequately. So yeah, maybe it's not your questions that were actually skewed. It's actually the thought, the meaning behind them. They're skewed, you know. Yeah, I can't even be bothered to to explain it anymore. Let's carry on with this jolly green giant.
Have a petty ass opinion, and when I drop my petty ass opinion, you get in your fees, you get in your fees, you get in your.
Right. Okay. So when he drops his opinion, I get in my fees. No. No, because it's all a joke to me. Why would I get in my fees? Are you serious, man? Why? It means nothing to me. This is a side hustle for me, if you like. I do all sorts of things on my channel, and I like to do a bit of drama on my channel. It's got nothing to do with getting in my fees. Why am I in? And I certainly wouldn't get in my fees over something that somebody like you would say to me. It's just ridiculous. Oh my
feels. And then you want to say, oh, Hannibal's so petty. Hannibal's so jealous of your mama. And I promise you, ma'am,
you are.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not jealous of you. I'm not jealous of your mama. Again.
Okay, right. I've never said he was jealous of me. I've never said that. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Maybe he wants to have had the type of life I've led. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Maybe he wants to be an artist. Thank you, Capone. Maybe he wants to have been a songwriter. Maybe he wants to have had 4 wonderful children and 4 fabulous grandchildren. Maybe he wants to live in a beautiful home. Sorry, guys, I can't help myself. Maybe he wants to be surrounded by love, laughter, and happiness. Do you know, I hadn't even thought of that. That was a good one. Blimey, it's getting late. I've done it again, guys. So much for me having an early night. But then I did have a nap earlier, so I suppose I'm allowed.
Have built my channel from the ground up twice.
Okay,
Wow.
he's built his channel from the ground up twice. So is he ban evading? That's interesting. I didn't know he was a ban evader. Wow. I love to laugh, ha, 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 long and loud and clear. Sorry, guys.
This is my second go round. I'm very proud to have whoever's in my audience watching me, nobody watching me. I did this.
Yay! He did it on his own. He did it on his own. I'll take a drink. So proud of him. He did it on his own. He got to 2,000 people. 2,000 people that enjoy watching. I really don't want to insult these people because it's not their fault, really. In a lot of the instances, I don't think it's their fault, these people, that he reacts to. On a serious note, I do believe that Foodie Beauty knows what she's doing, but I refuse to talk about her on my channel. But the other people that he chooses to have built his channel on are people that struggle in life, people that, in my opinion, probably have mental health issues, people that are not productive members of society, people who have found a way of entertaining themselves and possibly other people that follow them by switching on the camera. And, it's their little world. I don't see anything wrong in that. So he's built his channel. Let me get this straight. He's built his channel by focusing in on these people that I don't want to use derogatory terms for them.
Vulnerable.
I don't.
People.
So I'm choosing my words very wisely. But I mean, a couple of years ago, there's always been YouTube for years and years, but in the pandemic, some people switched on their camera because they were lonely, and they were probably so excited when other people were watching their content, whatever they were doing. But there were certain other people, certain other creators, like this individual here, Mr. Hannibal, who have chosen to build their channel off the back of these unfortunate people. For me, that is nothing to be proud of. Nothing to be proud of. I have various content on my channel, and yeah, I've reacted to people, but I would never ever react to the people that Hannibal reacts to. I react to, I did, I don't so much now, but I react to people that are not mentally deranged or mentally or suffering with their mental health. I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Sorry, Hunter, what do you mean the little user icons on screen? I don't know what you mean, darling. Well, it looks like I bored the two ladies to death.
No, we're here.
You did a good job.
What
Giving your
do
point.
you mean by that? What do you mean by that? The user icons. I don't know what. Oh, hang on one sec. No, I have got them on. It's just that when I've got
They're in
this
the
screen
corner.
up,
Yeah.
it doesn't say, yeah. But it will come up when I sort of get rid of the screen. I don't think there's much more to go, guys. But yeah. Yeah. For Bridge. Okay. For
Oh.
Bridge, so that we can see if you're currently talking. Yeah. Let me see if I can move that over then. Oh, where have you gone? Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right. Can you see now? Can you see Bridge? Oh no. Right. The other thing I can do is just get rid of this for a second then while we play this. Doing this for you.
You could do a custom layout if you know how to do that.
Yeah, that's what I've got on. I've got the custom layout on.
But you can resize it yourself. Let's see.
Yeah. Now there. No, hang on one sec. I know what I'm going to do. Hang on. Let's go back to layovers. Hide that. Okay. Right. So you should come back. Yeah. Okay. So you've got it there. Are we happy with that now, Monty? Monty. There we go. Yeah. So you can see if anyone talks. Yeah. Done it. See? Quite a clever girly, really. I was surprised myself. Do you girls want to say anything at this point?
I just think Hannibal just cannot take criticism. I have left comments on his page, and the latest comment that I left on his page was from about a week ago. And I'm looking at it right now and I'm scrolling through it, and I was critical of him, and I said that he didn't know how to take criticism, and I said that he's coming off bitter and jealous and everything else. He doesn't ever respond to my comments. Like I'm scrolling through the page and I see he's hearted everybody else's comment except for mine. It's just the one lone comment without a heart. He never responds to me or acknowledges anything I say. He can't take criticism. He really can't.
Yeah. Look at you, looking all gorgeous there. Yeah. So I'm playing over here. Edna's relaxing, aren't you, darling? Edna's
Yeah, I'm pretty relaxed.
Yeah, and there's me waving. Look, I'd just like to have a bit of a wave. Do you know what? I've used this one for so long. Right, okay. Oh, now we've got to get out of this. Playtime's over. Right, okay. Oh, there we are. Right, so we're back there. Yeah, it's interesting you should say that about in his comment section, because I've had the same thing. He normally just gets rid of mine completely. And one of the ones, that book I showed you earlier on, where somebody had said something in there, one of his you know, I don't know, audience members, whatever, said something like, I think it was called Doc something or other, said something like, oh, tell me, you know, tell me what the British woman's name is so that I can go on and cause trouble in her chat, something like that. So I wrote underneath it, oh, hi, my name is Jan. This is my channel, and you're very welcome. Come on over. I look forward to seeing you. And this is what a great sense of humor that Hannibal has. He got rid of it. He got rid of the comment.
Yeah, he hasn't got rid of any of mine, but I know that he watches me because he's commented on my videos, you know. So
yeah, we know, you little jealous man. We know. So for him to say that he's proud of what he's done, he's proud of building his channel up, laughing at other people as they struggle through their day-to-day lives, I see nothing. I see nothing of any value in that. I see nothing to be proud of. I tried to say that in this live stream, but of course he didn't want to hear. Didn't want to hear it.
I didn't need help. I didn't get nobody from the back scenes of YouTube Girl World telling me who I should react or what I should react on. I got people to guide me and say, hey, man, you might need to leave that person alone. You might need to watch Jan because she's a troll and she be out here in everybody's community and she'll go
God,
after you.
You go on, don't you?
Oh,
You
I
go
love the power
on,
of
you
mute.
big-
I know, that
you-
was me
oh,
being...
Okay, so I unmuted myself and I just had to say something then because he was going on and on and on. And I was like, for God's sake, man, give it a rest. Oh, geez, Louise. Let's just say, I keep forgetting I've got people in chat here. Your perception. Yeah, I do see it as your perception. Well, how else can I say it? You know, how else can I say it? It's obvious that you're coming from a perception that isn't correct as far as I'm concerned. And you are talking about me. So I have every right to respond. Absolutely spot on with that statement right there, Jan. Thank you. He's proud of that accomplishment. I know. He said he was a troll to Cobra, but apparently failed because he was always blocked. A good troll stays around with their first account. That's very true. I mean, I like to troll. I'm not gonna lie. I do like to troll. And yeah, if I did go into this guy's if I go in there, I troll. Why not? Because he's an idiot and I like to have a laugh. It's my entertainment. I don't take it seriously, you know. But when you look at it from a serious point of view, the thing is, what people don't realize is, okay, people that are getting to know me realize it. But what these jokers don't realize is I do have a very serious side. And that side is very caring and empathetic and hates the fact that there are people like this guy, this jolly green giant, who build their channel on the discomfort of others. I don't like that. Nope. Don't like it.
That was me being what you said. That was my ego getting the hold of me right there.
All that time, all that time
you could have unmuted yourself.
I got myself a drink. I've come back. I've lit up a cigarette. As you can see, I'm still not allowed to speak, even though I'm laughing. I've told him, look, I've been to the kitchen. I went and got myself a drink because you're so damn boring. I'm still not able to speak because this one here, little Miss Yappy, is going and he is just laughing over me. So it kind of reminds me a bit of how someone like Hussey would act, because that's what they do. They sort of talk over you and don't give you the opportunity to speak, you know. Right, I'm stopping there because somebody wants you to answer your comment, Bridge.
My comment on his page, because this was from 8 days ago, and he was talking about the Yo Mama stuff. Now, before I left this comment, I had commented on another one of his videos, and you were in the comment section, Jan, and you were telling him that he doesn't do his homework. And you guys were going back and forth, and you kept on saying he doesn't do his homework about the whole, you were offended that he compared you to Hussey. And so I explained it. I totally explained it and how Hussey, he said disparaging things, and it was a whole thing that he was doing blackface and everything like that. But on this comment on the video from like a week ago, I said, I've been watching your past videos. I commented in the last explaining everything about the no homework Jan Hussey comparison, and I got no response. I said, I'm telling you right now, you come off as bitter, jealous, and not being able to take criticism. I said, I'm not biased in this, but I'm telling you, you have a hug box. I said, from what I observed, everyone that goes into your chat that doesn't agree with the majority is either timed out or blocked. I said, that is the very definition of hug box. I said, I've been silent for a while, but I had to let you know it's nerve-wracking and the beginnings of cowdom. I said, you need to stop responding, basically stop responding to Yo Mama. And I said, as someone on the outside of your regular viewers, I'm telling you the truth. It's not a good look. I do go on about some other stuff, but then I said, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I said, Jan is right. You don't do your homework. And I will say you are biased. I said, I don't have anything against you personally, but this is coming off really bad for you to people paying attention and outside of your regular supporters.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Well done. Well done, that girl. And he didn't respond.
Not a word.
Well, what's he going to say? What's he going? He tries to act as if we're beneath him, and that is just, I don't know. It's just so pathetic that somebody would actually think that when, one, they don't know us, two, they obviously don't look at our channels. Now, one of the reasons I think you're growing so well, Bridge, is because you're very, you don't go off on, like I do. I start talking about something and then I've wandered off and I'm completely lost in, where I am, and then I find it hard to get back. You are very concise. You are straight to the point. Your presentation is, it's basic, but you look gorgeous. So you get, you get the eyes on you. People listen to you. You're not condescending. You've got a sense of humor. Now, I would say that he's probably seen that. He's seen that, and he knows that he can't come back at you because he knows that you are way higher than he is intellectually.
I mean, because Hannibal he's never said anything bad. Like he's been in my comment section, but he's never said anything bad. So I can say that. But like I said, if somebody's criticizing him, he can't take it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the point I've been trying to make. And I know I've got this reputation out there. It doesn't really bother me. It makes it a bit harder for me to sort of grow my channel to a certain extent, but I've already got 4,000 that God knows where they've all gone, but they don't, I continue to do what I like to do and be who I am. I'm never going to pretend to be anybody else. I'm too old in the tooth for that, and I've got my flaws. But if somebody has something that they want to say to me, like Bridge, when you said about Vicky a while ago, I didn't go off.
Right.
And I acknowledge, that you do have a point, you do have a point there. And if more people were like that, then we wouldn't have all this drama.
Right.
I really don't think we would. And, as I said, I would apologize to Vicky because I don't want her to feel that I was condescending. You know what I mean? But I would still stand by what I said.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame people can't act more adult. That's what I think.
It's ego. It's all ego.
It is. Yeah. Totally. Well, this chat just goes downhill for me. Okay. Here we go. And yeah, it's just childish, and it just shows them up for who they are, really.
You attacking your mama, but yet she still ain't answered the question on why your mama.
This woman here had the cheek to say, "Jan is too serious." They don't want to talk to me when I'm serious because I'll really tell them what I think. Jeez, Louise, they're lucky they get me when I'm laughing. Bridget knows that's true. Chill. And Bobby in the corner. And look here, look, what's that? Jan over here in fake relationship with your mama.
What are they talking about?
There's no point in sort of answering these people, and that's why I don't, I don't care. If you want to believe I'm in a relationship with your mama, you believe it, honey. Okay, you believe it. It's just so juvenile. But anyway, it was fun. Gobby in the corner. Just give it a rest. I
Edna,
didn't come to
listen
talk
that.
to
You
you.
don't
White
need
Mike
to
in
do
the
that.
big
The
white
No
guys
horse.
that
way.
Still
you
ain't
I
have
didn't
answered
come
it.
to talk to
hustle
you.
your
Right, I've just said to her, Gobby in the corner. I didn't come to speak to you. Go away. Didn't come to speak to you. I think I'm going to be thrown out any minute now, okay? Because I've been so aggressive. I've been so like screaming over them and going mad and calling them names. Yeah, okay. You're so stupid. You don't realise.
You said, girl,
You
ain't
know,
nobody
I
calling
mean,
you out. But if you
honestly,
want to call
I've gone
names,
out.
you
I
can
shall
go
go and
there.
feed the cat. If you won't. Oh, that was it. So then I was kicked out.
Then I was gone.
And at that point, I was saying, look, you know, if you keep going on and on, I'm just going to go out of the room again. I'm going to go and feed my cat. So then I'm booted. So shall we hear how excited they are? Oh my God, they're so excited because they think they've beaten me. I've been beaten. Lottie, Miss Glotty.
What the hell? She came in here swinging. Wow.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. So,
swinging.
the MCM on the end hasn't said anything the whole time, but then as soon as you're gone, she has something to say. No.
Well, I'm glad you knew who she was because I didn't even know who she was.
I know her. I talked to her, but I don't. That was weak.
Did I listen, Bridget? I know you'll tell me the truth. Did I come in swinging?
No, they came swinging at you. They were hostile from the very beginning. They like Curl Connections and Hannibal. They were hostile. Had attitude all in their voice.
Yeah, I mean, I will always call a spade, and yeah. Listen, if I'd have gone in there hostile, I wouldn't have got anywhere. What's the point? And that's why
you still didn't get anywhere.
Oh, but wait, there's a surprise. He lets me back in.
Okay.
He lets me back in. And then I have to sort of close this. It's my point. I came in there swinging. I think she might have been a bit scared because she said nothing. She said nothing until I've gone out. So, okay, carry on, clowns.
Bye, Jan. But the thing is, she come up here and she asking questions about you being jealous and why you can't let stuff go. But when I ask her a question on why he always going after FSG, Yaba and
She's got an unfortunate voice, that one, hasn't she? She came and asked a question, and then when I was asking her a question, and then Rada asking a question, and another. How old is she? 12?
Yada yada yada. She can't answer that, but then she want to call names stupid. You want to call names? Well, then you need to get them teeth together, ma'am. Them things sit out a whole mile from each other. Get them teeth together.
So apparently my teeth are a mile apart.
Oh my goodness!
Really?
Curl is just she's country. I have cousins in Missouri that sound like her, so she's just country. Huh?
Edna, are you there? Yeah, Edna. Are you there, honey?
She's.
Oh no,
I'm here.
That was my fault. I clicked her out. Edna, love, have you got
Okay,
anything
yeah,
to
I'm here.
say?
I'm just gonna say, please let's not do Missouri too bad, because I'm in Missouri. That's all I had to say.
I'm from Missouri, so I know.
Oh, okay.
Now you've upset Edna, Bridget.
I am from St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis, born there, so I know.
Oh, so you know, okay.
Listen, the reason I asked who she was because I genuinely did not know who she was. All of a sudden, she's in the middle of the conversation, and I'm like, well, who are you? You know, it's like,
fair enough. Yeah.
Jeez. It's the teeth, a British reference. Like, is Jan's teeth falling out? I don't understand the answer. Exactly. I don't understand it, but maybe
it probably is, because that is the stereotype that British have bad teeth. So yeah, it probably is.
Okay, all right. Ouch. Ouch, that insult really hurt. Oh my God, I'm going to have to go and cry into my pillow. Oh dear. Anyway, let's carry on because look how excited they all are now, right? They think, yeah, well done, Hannibal, you got rid of her. Anyway, let's see what finds out. What happens? What's she talking about? Teeth. Okay, I suppose I'm going to be really. I couldn't stop laughing, sorry. Oh my God, I'm going to be so hurt by those awful insults. I'm so hurt by them. Nobody's scared of you drunk. Is she drunk then? Was she drunk? She sounds like she's about 12. Oh, I see. Look at you crying over not being liked. Listen, honey, I ain't crying. I ain't crying. Oh, okay. I'm a fake English teacher. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right. You believe what you want to believe, love. Because guess how much I care? Guess how much I care? 0. Zilch. No, I'm drunk. Oh, am I? Oh, I'm drunk. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm drunk. I better put this Coke away then, eh? I'm drunk. Oh God! Right, let's listen to a bit more. Okay.
And last year or the year before, whatever, all she did was clown on Hussy. Hussy was her main subject.
She used to clown on your mama.
Okay, so redhead over here. God, what an awful picture. But anyway, redhead over here says that last year all I did was clown on your mama. Wrong. No. All I did was clown on Hussy. Wrong. I did a few videos on him, which I found highly amusing, and a lot of people found amusing. So if that's clowning on your mama, on Hussy, all right, love, all right, carry on. Hang on, just having my Coke, all right. But I'll pretend it's a glass of wine for you, okay? I know that's what you want to believe. Soda fun. I like it. Right. Okay.
Now, look, guys, I'm going to be what I shouldn't be, and I'm going to be fair. Because the one thing I can say about me is I'm fair and consistent.
Oh, really?
Wait behind stage, both of you all. I'm going to let Jan have her little floor real quick so that she can cuss us all out and say whatever she needs to say without...
Right, okay. I defy anyone to find a clip of me cussing anyone out. I dare you. I've got loads of videos on my channel. We can go through them all. See if it. Sorry, I'm yawning. Sorry, I'm just stretching. If anyone can find a clip of me cussing somebody out, I'll give you $100. How's that? I'll send you over $100. All right.
Interruption from anybody. So be right back, and let's pull up Jan. So Jan can say whatever she needs to say. Go ahead, Jan. I don't like for my panels to get out of control, and we're not going to talk.
No, you need to control your mods.
And I will control my channel.
But
you go right ahead and you finish off saying what you have to say.
Right, can I finish now? Right, okay, thank you. Oh Lordy, Miss Claudie. I'm too serious, guys. Too serious. Let me tell you, man, your mask slipped a bit then, didn't it? Oh my God, we got a bit feisty then. Don't you see?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. Could you repeat that, please?
Like, the one thing that I have in common with your mama is I don't take it seriously.
Well, that's good. That's good. I honestly don't either, but you're not about to come over here and spew this kind of stuff without a response, Jan. I don't understand. Would you give me a response on your channel?
Okay, what am I spewing? What am I spewing? I'm answering questions. I'm sticking to my opinion. I don't see that I'm spewing anything. But you go ahead. You go ahead. Yeah.
Would you give me a response on your
I'm just laughing. I just can't.
Would you give me a response on your channel?
It's really,
Would you give me a response on your channel? That's the same thing you have in common with your mama. Is I ask you a direct question and you will absolutely Wonder Woman and deflect it around anything else. You know what, Jan? Let me listen to what you have to say. You might have something pertinent to add to this conversation.
Something what?
That's right. Go ahead. It's a big word. Look it up.
Something. Well, listen.
He didn't even say it right.
The dictionary of thesaurus. I'm
Listen,
sorry. Those
I
are
don't
things
know.
that give you words that you will be able to then use other
Listen
words
to
instead
him
of
trying
having
to
to use
school me.
four-letter words all the time.
I know, right? I know. Can you believe the audacity?
He didn't even say the word right, though.
That's why I picked him up every time he said something. I picked him up on it, and he hated it. Oh my God, yo, mama, you should have been there. Oh my God. He was like, he kept throwing these words out. Anyway, I'm going to school him now, right? He thinks he can school me. All right, listen. Isn't there a saying over there, don't teach your grandma to suck eggs or something? Yeah, okay. He should have paid attention. He should have paid attention.
Worry about it later, Jan.
You think I
Speak
use
your
four-letter
mind.
words all the time?
Okay,
You don't
you're
know
on
me.
You're on a time limit now. Go.
Listen, you don't know me. I was an English teacher. So stick that in your ass and smoke it. Okay?
Hold on, let me hold that up real quick. Got my Saki out.
I was an English teacher, so I know all these words you throw around, and all the times you say the wrong words.
Well, then why the fuck are you not just responding to them and keep moving
That's
on?
how
What the
I
hell is all
know
this other-
you're
you know
a
what? It's
fake.
me.
But anyway,
I'm getting it.
okay.
I'm losing my patience with you, Jan.
Okay, let's find out. Yeah, you need to learn how to
Losing my
control
patience.
yourself.
I do, and the way I would
Okay,
control myself
so
in
why
this
are you
instance
losing
would
your
be to put
patience?
you because you're not saying
Why are you
shit.
losing your patience then?
You're not saying anything. You just want to sit here and ramble on my page to get you some. Here, you know what? Go for it, Jan.
This is exactly what I expected from you, and it's a shame, you know, because life doesn't have to be that serious. No, you should laugh and laugh in a genuine way, because those of us that
Yeah, we're done with that bullshit.
What? Yeah, that's that, guys, and I'm gonna. That was it. I was
He
out.
gave you the floor. He gave you the floor like a child. Well, just do it, and he took himself off. He was a fucking child, and then cut you off after 5 seconds.
I know.
Oh my God.
He couldn't handle it. He could not handle it. What a twat. I mean, it's like, so I wasn't able to say anything in the time. I think I may have got away with maybe 100 words in the whole.
You were too hostile. It was your tone. You were too hostile.
I was. Yes, he hung up on me. He hung up on me. The cheek of the man. I mean, what can I say?
Oh my God.
Oh, well, I tell you what, though, guys, I had the funniest time. I always do. I don't know what it is. Maybe I like inflicting pain on myself, but I never see it as that. You know, I see that I'm just having a fabulous time, and just laugh about it. It's like those other ones. It's like where we met Bridget. How funny was that? How
And
funny
they
was
kept on
that?
muting you.
You what?
I said they kept on muting you.
Why though? I'm such a lovely person. They're all so horrible to me.
You make people mad. You make people mad. They were really mad.
I know. But the funniest thing is they then turn it around that I've gone in there as the aggressor. You know?
Yeah, that's the part.
Yeah. I think Edna's like nodded off over there. Keeping things lighthearted and fun doesn't make it stupid. Exactly. That's you know, it's like somebody said earlier on, you know. Yeah, good for you, small moose, darling. Good for you. Listen, I don't have any objections to people that come in here that are going other people's chats. that's not what I'm about, you know. As long as you come in here and treat me and the people the few people that are in here with respect, that's all I want, you know. Can we all marvel at this picture I've done here? It took a while, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. But anyway, so we've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm gonna have to go, guys. Tomorrow, I'm taking my daughter. It's a 75 year anniversary of the Windrush. I mean, I don't know if those of you in America will have heard that. That was when a lot of Jamaicans, mainly young men, came over on a big ship called the Windrush from Jamaica.
Oh.
And yeah, and had a whale of a time impregnating all the local girls. So, they spread that Jamaican seed everywhere, they did. And a whale of a time. And then some of them went back to Jamaica. Not many of them went back to Jamaica. Most of them sort of then went to America. So yeah, so thanks to that ship, that's why I'm here. Can you imagine?
That damn ship. It's all the ship's fault.
Bringing all these young, hot, horny Jamaicans over to England who liked a bit of white flesh. Because they probably hadn't had much over there. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, this is all new. I'll jump her bones. So yes, that's what happened. So tomorrow I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to celebrate it by taking my granddaughter to a celebration. There's a few things going on. It's going to be food, music, fun, lots of old Jamaicans because we're all a bit old now.
Is this going to be Jamaican food?
Yeah, we're going to have
okay.
and carried goat and all sorts. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to take my granddaughter with me. So yeah, she never gets embarrassed by me. I like that.
How old is she? How old is she?
She is just 13, but she's 13, coming on sort of 25.
Because usually around that teenage, that 13 is when they start getting embarrassed. But no, she hasn't yet. So that's
no, not yet. Oh, don't say that, Bridget.
No, I'm saying that she hasn't. That's good.
Yeah, I know. No, do you know what? She's special. And I mean, she's the one who I think last year, when the teacher said, "Oh, you know, we want you to find something and do a talk on who's inspired you in your life, who you know inspires you." So she stood up in class and said, "Me."
Oh,
can you believe that?
Oh,
yes,
I can believe that.
Well, happy, and she said, "My nan says that I should be who I want to be, and not to follow the sheep of the world." And she inspires me because she may be different to all the other nannies, but she, you know, anyway, whatever.
That's awesome.
I just
awesome.
Yeah. I embarrassed my mom so bad. I think I did Michael Jordan. She was like,
did you?
What? She was like, why in the world did you pick that? I was like, I don't know. Did this pick? You know?
Oh God! And who would you have done? Who would you have done?
I actually had to do a speech like that. It was a speech class in college, and it had to be like the person that you admire the most. And I remember I asked my sorority sisters, I was like, "Who do you think I picked? Who did I pick?" And they were like, "Yourself." I was like, "Yeah, I did." But then I said no, because it was a speech class, and I was like, and I said the person I most admire is myself, and everybody was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking." And I did my dad. I said my dad.
Oh, that's so funny.
That is so funny, Edna. I mean, Bridget, that is hilarious. I love it. I would have said, I would have said Michael Jackson because he's roughly the same age as me, and I adored him. I felt some sort of affinity with him. Don't know why. He never met me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved Michael Jackson, so I probably would have said him or another musician, because I was very heavily into music at that time. So anyway, let's sort this out, put that back on. And I want to say thank you so much, Bridget and Edna. You're absolute stars.
Thank you.
Coming on. I really appreciated it. And what's this I hear about you doing? You may be doing. So, oh, I've got rid of us. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You may be doing panels on your chat at some.
No.
You're not.
DC said that. I was like, what are you talking about, lady? Because she was like, anybody that's on Bridget's chat or it goes on her panel, then they're gonna have to apologize to me. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I think it was from her live stream from yesterday, I think. I don't know.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
She's really losing the plot, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, at first, I have to say, I was like, I tried to sort of, I don't know, try to imagine what she must have been going through. I thought there's something going on here, And now I just think she's just gone stark raving mad.
Right.
I just can't. And I'm just glad that I don't have to be involved or even sort of talk to her, really. It's like, nah, can't. What's this? Who's April and Sandy? Does she own April and Sandy too? Do you know?
Because that's who I had on that interview I did. It was with April and Sandy. And that's probably who she was talking about. Because now that they don't like how the attic work, I'm not going to DC and next, they don't like YTR. So they're thinking that April and Sandy are going to go talk to them about YTR.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh my God, these games, you can't play with this one because you did. Oh, it's like when my grandkids tell me girls are worse than boys, I have to say, in school. They've just moved. My granddaughter just moved up to secondary school, which is like your high school. And the girls are terrible. You can't talk to that one because she doesn't like me. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So can't be bothered with it all. It's just stupid. Anyway, I want to say thank you for joining me on this. You two have been an absolute delight.
Thanks for having us.
And
thank you.
Yeah, and you take care of yourselves out there, okay? Because it's a rotten old world. And I'm now going to say farewell and adieu to everybody. Hope you enjoyed this live stream. Please give a like to the video if you liked it. If you didn't, sorry about that. Can't do much about it now. Anyway, you have a good you have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye for now.
Bye, you guys.